Hi guys, Josh here. So here's another horrific visions guide. Particularly if you guys get your 8 masks, that'd be great. Pretty tough one this week in particular, especially you don't have a lot of the benefits in particular. But this is how my vision upgrades were set up for that 8 mask in particular. So this area here with the expansive mind isn't that important in a solo run in particular because it only gives 25 sanity per upgrade. However, the main important thing here is definitely the steeled mind. You want to get the 30%. And also you want to get the extra 15% damage and also 15% damage taken in particular. That is very, very important because the main thing you're going to die to in Horrific Visions in particularly is going to be dying itself. It's not going to be sanity loss. If it's sanity loss, then you are getting hit by mechanics that you should be avoiding. Now we're going to go inside and we're going to discuss a few things overall on what you should be farming, if you want to farm Mementos, and also what you want to be doing for your 8 mask run in particular. Guys, welcome to the Visions. Now, first things first is you want to get this Weakaura, the Horrific Visions full collection. It's got multiple Weakauras together. It's even got the cash and odd crystal spawn rate as well, which, we can drag in as well, which I'm just going to show to you guys now. This will be in the comments below. Just an FYI, this will be in the comments below that you can pick this up and bang, you've got it, okay? So overall, right, so good. You can track chests, you can track how much orbs you have, and you also can click this button and it tells you which one's which. So like, which one will be the sanity, which one will be the potions and whatnot in particular. Now, the next thing is before you do any 8 mask runs, you need to have all of these done, okay? You need to have this maxed, so Vision Hunter, Elite Examination, and Destabilization to max. Otherwise, you're going to find a very, very annoying time. If you're going for farming, you need to have Clear Sight maxed and all the other ones maxed as well. So the main reason why is that you won't be able to see chests, which means your Mementos farming goes down in particular, and that's not good. So first week you wanted to run 4 masks, which was every single mask but Long Night. Now this week, if you want to farm Mementos, you want to run 6 masks. So the 6 masks that you run is everything but Long Night and Daredevil, because Long Night and Daredevil are the toughest masks to run. So overall, you want to run is Burnt Bridge, Dark Imagination, Pained, Multitudes, Nemesis, and Vengeance. The main reason why is that Nemesis will make sure your sanity is always topped up because killing Gammon gives you 150, and Multitudes make sure there's more mobs so your Nemesis spawns more frequently. Dark Imagination is never going to happen because you'll never be below 50%. Marks of Pain and Extra Affliction is just another extra mechanic to deal with, which you can deal with. Can get you some hairy moments, but doesn't really matter because Daredevil and Long Night aren't there. Last one is Burnt Bridge. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't, sit in the same area that you are. You won't get killed. And Vengeance, well, as long as you do 1 pull at a time, you won't be into any much trouble, or you have very, very good AoE. Now, the other ones that I haven't taken for my farm run is the Daredevil and the Long Night. Long Night halves your maximum sanity, and Daredevil increases sanity damage by 400%. That makes 8 masks really, really difficult, because if you don't avoid mechanics, you die. So, for example, if you get caught by Void Torrent, you end the run on second boss. If you get caught by the Leap, you end the run in particular. So it's very, very important when you do your 8 mask run that you got to be able to avoid all those mechanics. The only mechanics where Daredevil doesn't affect is the Void Shell if it blows up, and also you sitting in your own Burnt Bridge Void Zones. They don't increase by 400%. But anyways, let's get onto the tributes. Tributes, Vision Hunter, you just kill mobs. This goes up by default. This one is by killing elites, so anything that gives you sanity back for elite examination or just elite mobs in general. So for example, Rexar is an elite mob. What else is an elite mob? The mini bosses in general are elite mobs, so if there's any mini bosses or named bosses, they're an elite mob. Now for Clear Sight, if you want to farm this, just drink potions. So pretty much using this potion UI, drink every single potion that isn't poison. And also for experimental destabilization, this one is just killing bosses in general. So every boss you kill adds 1% to this. So once you kill 100 bosses, you get 100%. Overall with farming, you want to do a lot of these runs to just boost these tributes, okay? A lot of your runs are just going to be dead runs boosting these tributes. Once they're all 100, then you can just basically go for your 8 mask, go for your 6 mask farming, and that's pretty much it. Now, you may be thinking, what should I be expecting on how much Mementos should be collecting per run? Generally, in my 6 mask runs, I get 4k Mementos per run. Okay, so you can probably buy all the transmog and stuff like that in probably a couple of days or so, a couple of hours playing, if you just really stick at it. Because basically getting 6 mask runs done quickly is fairly easy to do, and it takes about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's go through my normal route, especially for an 8 mask run. So the first things first is I go left and I check the potions in here. So you want to check which one's the right potion and click the Weakaura. Then you go across here, you should probably encounter Gammon right here and right here. Now you got to help out Zekhan. You do Zekhan's little thing in particular. Don't get hit by the waves will end your run as well. And deal with this boss this way. Then you want to go around this way and go into the Lost Zone. So you got to help Gayro as well, and you get 2 fixes as well. Now overall, what you want to do overall is do not pull the mobs here and pull the one Dominator on this side in particular, because you want to be able to kill the Dominator and you don't want to pull too many of them in the zone. The way you want to get started in the zone is by just following a normal path and go up this way, and then make sure you take out this mob here by itself. And then go around this way, kill the Dominator on the bridge, and then go over and kill the mob here. And then basically use the kill the main boss, use the totem, and launch yourself out. If you get any potions along the way here, drink them, especially if they're not poison. Very, very important overall, because having the 2% and the 5% damage reduction is actually quite huge, because you'll find a lot of these packs down here in particular, especially in a tight spot, is that you have chances of dying in particular. Next up, you get launched back to here. Clear this side in particular. You want to make sure you check the blacksmith or check the inn for barkeep and then kill them in particular. Then go to Garona. Now, with Garonas in particular, just make sure you face the mini-boss left and right, other than up and down, because the Orb of Annihilation will continuously dropping. It doesn't stop dropping, basically. So you're just going to need to keep just dodging left and right. Next up, you want to check the Reforgers in here. You want to see if they've got anything on Transmogrifiers. There's a gate in there as well. Just check it, you get 10% crit. And then clear these bit by bit. Remember, this pool here on the Taylor's area has a Dominator within it. And nothing, basically the pool before also has a Dominator in it. The Dominator has a 5-second stun called Touch of Abyss, and it'll most certainly end your run if it gets it off. So make sure they die first. So Dominator's going to die first. Next up, you got the second boss. So second boss, the things you want to break is the Void Shell. Once Void Torrent comes up, especially if you're a melee class, you want to dash out and then run around the boss in a big circle. Big circle. So you don't get caught by any of the Void Torrent, and keep running even if Void Torrent ends. Alternatively, there's a little log in front of the boss that sticks up. You can stay on that stump and you don't get hit by Void Torrent, because Void Torrent doesn't go upwards. After this is done, you want to go into the Lost Zone for Rexxar, kill Misha. Be careful in this zone in particular. Every single corpse will spawn bugs, including Misha's corpse. Now, next up, you want to ignore this pack here. Don't worry about it. Pull forward. The main thing you want to kill in particular is the Swarm Leader and the Caster mob, the Weaver mob. You want to kill those mobs in particular. They have a 3-second stun. And if that stun gets on you, it's likely that you could die or get very, very low HP, because these stuns are quite vicious. Next up, you get the Mini Elite, kill that. Next up, you get the worst pool of them all as you get to Rexxar. You've got a Swarm Leader, Caster mob, and the Headbutt mob. Basically, meta and kill this mob very, very quickly. The Mini Boss and Rexxar aren't actually particularly threatening. Rexxar overall, you want to make sure you have a stun, at least an AoE stun or an AoE CC, because the boars will pop out at certain percentages of Rexxar. Alternatively, what you can do is just basically interrupt the mobs as they pop out and slowly kill Rexxar. If you want to burst Rexxar, just make sure you got AoE stuns and AoE CC to make sure those balls never cast, because Void Quills do 30 points of sanity damage every single cast, which is quite a lot, especially in an 8-mask run. After you kill that, launch yourself back up to Thrall, kill Thrall, and win. That's pretty much it, and that's pretty much how the 8-mask run works. The pain points in particular is going to be these lost areas. So in particular, this area will most likely be to an accidental double pull or a Dominator CCing you, or getting caught in a split personality with a fear on Ring of Chaos on the last boss here, because that can be quite killer as well. Here, just don't get hit by Inquisitor's Void Torrent and don't get stunned. Here overall is that make sure you burst down the mobs and kill them as quickly as you can, and be very wary of interrupts and CCs with a lot of these mob pools, especially if you've got a Swarm Leader and a Caster, because they can stun you, and that 3-second stun can be from full health to death especially. That's why we recommended you to get that 50% damage reduction earlier, is because you could die, and that's the why we recommended it overall. And after that, there's no more real pressure points. Rexxar's Thrall's pretty easy to deal with as long as you don't sit in mechanics that you would have done in the previous area, and also you're dealing with no real threatening manuses either, which helps immensely. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the guide. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a lovely day.